Preparing for the AAP exam? How do you remember if something's got an addenda or not? Well, when it comes to addendas, there's several ways that I've looked at it. One of the key ways I've looked at it is first, let's think about the ones that have no addenda. Which are the ones that have no addenda? If it involves a check. Like, for example, an ARC, a BOC, an XCK, a POP, an RCK, or even a TRC, because y'all study and know a TRC is a single individual item involving a check. If it involves a check, well, we would never staple or add anything to a check, so no addendas. Other ones, advice. Well, advice is wordy enough as it is, so we don't add any addendas to it. Or tell, shh, there's no telling, so no addendas go like that with that one. And another way to remember TRC is saying there's no room in the trunk. Well, what about the ones that have 9,999 addendas? Those are the etc., etc., etc. entries. Those are the way I remember it, and the E being for the ETC, being short for etc. The E being for the enrollment, and then we got the C being for corporate trade exchange, and the T being for the truncated entries, the TRX. So CTX, ENR, TRX, or really put it in order, the ENR, TRX, CTX for the etc., is how I've always remembered how those have the addendas. Then, of course, you have the atypical addendas that go along with the IAT. That's because it's IA-typical. 7 mandatory, 5 possible addenda records, but no more than 2 for remittance purposes for a maximum of 12. And then otherwise, I look at it like this. What is the SEC code? What's its purpose? And then you can determine if it's going to have an addenda. Like, for example, if you have a D&E, somebody's deceased. There's a mandatory addenda record. It's got to be there so that we know who's deceased. I do an ENR. I'm enrolling somebody. Well, who am I enrolling? Got to have the addenda record for it. So if you stop and you think about it and you get the memorization of the ones that don't have any addendas, then you stop and think of the ones that can, or at least have the 9,999, and then the typical IAT, then you'll be able to stop and think of the other ones and just go, well, what's its purpose? Why would it have an addenda? What's it doing? There. Just some tips and tricks to be able to help you prepare for your AAP exam when it comes to studying for those addendas.